Health and wellness coaching. Is it for you? By the end of this video, you'll find out. Okay, so health and wellness. What's it all about? What's going on here? So at Level Up, health and wellness revolves around three pillars. One is your physical health, the other is your nutrition, and the other is your mental health and emotional well-being. These are the three pillars that combine both your physiological state and your psychological state because they are intertwined. It doesn't matter how good you eat. If your thinking is bad, then you will not feel good. And it doesn't matter how good you think. If you're eating unhealthy foods consistently, then you will not feel good. There is an imbalance. Okay, so let's get into these three pillars. The first one is your physical health. Okay, this is basically to say movement, right? It doesn't mean that I'm going to the gym and I'm, going at it 100%. No, that's not exactly what it means. What it means is that I need to have movement in my body. I don't like it when it's stagnant. The body itself doesn't like to be stagnant. It likes when you move, you do kind of like these cross body movements. There is a range of motion where I'm stretching my body, I'm increasing the fibers, and I'm taking good care of my physical health. That's what it means. Okay, next pillar, it is nutrition. Nutrition is basically the food that we're putting into our body. It's to say that I'm eating the right way. That doesn't mean I'm eating carrots every day, okay? It means that there's a balance, that if one day I want to splurge and, go to the, fast food place, okay, that's fine if you're in a bind. But it's not a consistent thing. Real food is something that is like an enigma today where it's just, what is real food anymore? I don't know. It's basically rice, chicken, potatoes. These are the staples to real food. Greens, salads, all these things. And when you put them all together, they affect our physical body, but they also play an important part on our mental well-being and also our cognitive states. So it means that when I eat the right food, my brain is also getting nutrition, not just my body. Okay, third pillar. We're talking about your mental health and your emotional state. It's important to note that I do not do any therapy here. I don't work with mental health per se. It's to say that I'm taking care of my mental health in this aspect. It means stress management and stress reduction, and also your input. What you're kind of watching every day also affects how you're feeling. So if you're watching the news, if you're listening to, a colleague complain about their life all day at work, it's not going to help you. So it's to understand when I'm having high blood pressure and for what reason, that I'm also combating it with certain routines and exercises to bring my state down and to kind of relax my mind. There's a lot that can be done in this aspect. There's a lot that I do in this aspect, and it's very helpful. I myself do it. I don't just kind of push it on others or preach it. I actually can feel when my physiological state or when I'm having high blood pressure, and I can combat it with kind of like a 5-minute, calm down routine where I just bring myself back to a baseline. So this in a nutshell is what health and wellness coaching is. It's your physical health, the diet and nutrition, and your mental well-being and emotional state. These three things together combine both your physiological state, your body, with your psychological state, which is your mind, because they're interconnected. Once you take good care of this, you are in a better place and you can actually move forward, whereas to say that, I'm actually feeling at my best. When people say, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? And we all just kind of automatically say, I'm okay, but, we're not feeling our best. When we take care of these aspects, we will feel at our best. And there's a lot of kind of subcomponents to it when we're talking about our physical state. There's a lot of tweaks that we can make, such as going to see a podiatrist, getting custom orthotics, so that we're standing up straight and our body is actually erect properly. We're not kind of slanted. We're taking good care of our shoes, shoes that are worn at the heel. We either get the heel fixed or we buy a proper pair of shoes, because these small things affect us. We don't understand how, but when we get these new shoes or these orthotics, we can say, wow, now I see it. So prior to actually making that change, you cannot see it, but post change, you can say like, okay, like I have something to compare it with. And now that I have these new shoes and these new orthotics, wow, like what a difference. And in the same way, it's when we actually develop this aspect of health and wellness coaching, we can look back to say like, I'm feeling better, like I'm doing better.